Big Mac, yeah! Welcome to Respawn Aim Fire, the kick-ass Reverend Game podcast from After Minutes. I'm your host, Adam, doesn't get the joke, Gumbert, and today we have with us a group of guests. I'm going to start with the man behind the microphone, Joel Campos. Please explain to me what you were doing before the podcast started.
Nothing.
That wasn't a reference. You started singing a song and stopped. That wasn't.
I just made it up. Big Mac, Big Mac.
Okay.
Big
Very cool.
Mac, Big Mac.
Big
Yeah.
Mac. All right. We also have with us Chad. He loved the Mandalorian and Grogu trailer. Michael Ennis.
Small fry, small fry.
And we also have with us
I
Alex.
saw a headline today in the news app that said Mandalorian and Grogu is the Muppet Babies of Star Wars. I didn't click on the headline, but and I also didn't see the trailer. But
there are two puppets prominently featured in that trailer that are about 3 feet tall apiece. We also have with us Alexander something in French, Cozina.
Honestly, it's been just a dog's age since I've had a Big Mac at McDonald's. I've eaten at McDonald's like quite a few times over the past few years, but like Big Mac, I can't tell you last time I just sank my teeth into that big old Whopper.
That shit's not good. It's like the worst item on the menu. It's the worst item on the menu. Don't even.
I had a Big Mac. I don't think I've ever had a McDonald's burger. Like 5 years ago and did not enjoy it.
I'm a chicken sandwich guy usually at fast food restaurants.
Much better. You catch us live on twitch.tv/RespawnAimFire Monday evenings at 8:30 Eastern time. Yeah,
you guys brought up puppets. Speaking of puppets, Chad knows this. Okay. I got served soft serve ice cream from a puppet yesterday, and it was amazing. Maybe we'll talk about it on the next After Dark.
God, I hope so.
I think Adam's muted.
Oh no!
Same. Yeah,
I am muted. Sorry, I muted myself. Respawn Aim Fire
because he was laughing so hard at the puppet thing.
And podcast services, Respawn Aim Fire, Twitch, all that good stuff. Joel, I know you said you want to wait, but you got to give me more than that. Just a tease. Puppet gave you soft serve. Give me something. Give me a morsel to chew on.
Give me a little something.
I mean, I'll just tell it now because it's really not like a crazy story. Me and my wife walked to an ice cream place by us. And when we got there, we realized that it's not just a normal ice cream place. It's literally a hole in the wall called the Sugar Hole. And there's just a puppet that talks to you, takes your order. And it was like, what did Elise gave a good impression when it was just like,
she's like, you could put the money in my mouth.
It was like, you could put the form of payment in my mouth. Yeah, that was it. So like, it served me soft serve.
There's like a puppeteer behind the counter at all times, or is it like a video of a puppet?
No, when he says hole in the wall, like he's not like hole in the wall bar, but like literally a hole in a brick wall that you stand outside on the sidewalk and order through the hole.
And it's not like a glory hole, it's not weird.
Why did you go there?
Hey, that's just interesting. We only serve vanilla ice cream, but it comes on a hot dog in a lower hole. Sorry, it's
that's enough. That's enough.
Yes, what a crazy place Chicago is. A bit of housekeeping. Power Wash Simulator is your barf game for September. Make sure to play that. Tell us your thoughts about Power Wash Simulator. After Dark Episode 8 is available in early access on Patreon. There's no puppet stories in that one, I believe, but maybe there will be for the next one. I think that's all the housekeeping. Make sure to rate 5 stars. Subscribe, do all that good shit they tell you to do. That just got us demonetized on YouTube. Anyway, moving on to our main question, the only story for today. Let me tell you, Chad, that's why I want to hear about the puppet story. Not a lot of stories out here, not a lot of shit happening. It's fine though. But there's some interesting things about some gaming handhelds that came up. Could gaming handhelds be here to stay? It's from Chris Scullion at VGC. By the way, whoever's this anonymous guy, get out of the dock. I can't read it. Thank you. It was cozy, 100%. The Lenovo Legion Go Gen 2.
You've seen my hands this entire time. They've been flat on my hips. I haven't been touching the dock at all. None
yanking that hog all morning. The Lenovo Legion Go Gen 2 will be released next month and boasts an 8.8-inch OLED screen, 144 hertz refresh rate, removable controllers, and it's very powerful. It will cost $1,099 for the base model and basically $1,500 for the model with a more powerful processor. All that's interesting. Again, it's a handheld like a Steam Deck or whatever, but it's the more powerful
The tech
version.
chap. Hello, I'm the tech chap.
What?
How's it going? That's the name of the YouTube channel we were just looking
Tech
at.
Chap, Joel, and these YouTube channels. The most interesting thing about this Lenovo Legion Go is that apparently it has sold out and they're canceling pre-orders. That's how popular it is. According to an official post on the Lenovo Legion Go Reddit page, Lenovo has started canceling some of its customers' pre-orders because it doesn't have enough stock to meet demand. In an update posted on Wednesday, Lenovo wrote, "The truth is pre-orders for the Legion Go Gen 2 have substantially exceeded our expectations, leading to unseen delivery range extensions." And then the little second part here is the ROG prices may have leaked. It's from Wes Davis at IGN.com. This is the ROG Xbox Ally X. So apparently those models, according to Destin Legary, formerly of IGN, he did some investigative research. It seems that the base model is priced at $549, and the X model priced at $899.99, so $550 and $900 respectively. Legary said he called his Best Buy, and the guy there spilled the beans. The console will also apparently get demo stations at Best Buy, who provided images provided by an anonymous source on the stations. One image shows an RGB-laden kiosk with the ROG Xbox Ally X sitting in the middle of a plastic display case, and it shows the price tag of $899.99 and shows the game, or the thing playing Windows PC games. A lot of talking,
like a couple weeks, right?
Yeah, this one's in October. October 16th, I believe, is the ROG Ally X. This is all just, interesting enough. Again, apparently people like handheld gaming things. The biggest one for me was the fact that the Lenovo Legion Go, again, the upper model costing $1,500. And they're still like, yo, bro, we sold out of those pre-orders. We got to start canceling. This shit is wild. Is this the future? Is this all the kids want to play in their hands while they're yanking their hogs with the left hand, playing games in the right? What are we doing here? What's the future?
Well, what's nice is that they can yank their hogs with both hands because the Lenovo Legion Go 2 Gen 2 has removable Joy-Con type controllers. So
even better.
You just put a flashlight on the end of one of those things.
Obviously, Switch 2 doing extremely well. So this is just another...
I was going to say, Adam, if you're concerned about spending so much money on some of these handheld gaming devices, you can get a Switch 2 for like a third of their cost. Does 120 frames per second and everything. You can play Metroid Prime 4. You can ride around on that completely deserted desert.
Yep, that looks like a landscape. That looks good. But then there was also the rumors of PlayStation having a handheld version of during their PS6.
Yeah.
Like their lower end would be a handheld version console. But just anyways, handheld stuff.
I want to know at this point now with the brand new Gen 2 Lenovo Legion Go 2 Gen 2, like what's the equivalent in terms of like fidelity and performance that we're looking at from the 1479 model? Because that's what really interests me. I was listening to Easy Allies this weekend, and they got into a big fight over Switch 2 and how, in my opinion as well, shitty this Resident Evil Requiem game looks on it. And that, like, Huber was really upset that 3 months into the Switch 2's life cycle, it already looks like it's playing the shitty version of games, if it's even going to be able to play games at all, a couple months or years into its life. But everyone else is like, yeah, but you misunderstand. It's a handheld console. And if it was able to run it at even like PS4 Pro or like base PS5 specs, it would cost like 3 times as much. And that's what this costs, is 3 times as much. So now I'm like, what does that look like on the Legion Go Gen 2? Like what's the equivalent in terms of power and performance that we're looking at? I mean, I see 144 hertz refresh rate and I see, OLED screen, but, that doesn't really, specs don't really speak much nowadays. So I'm curious if they have anything in this article that I did not click on and read yet, but I do see some specs on this site that Joel has brought up.
You're just wondering what the specs mean, because it's all AMDs, and again, I'm a NVIDIA guy, so I don't know the exact power of the AMD chips, but from everything, I mean, for $1,500, you would hope it'd be pretty good. You would hope it could do, decent things. I don't know. Yeah, we're looking at specs now. I don't know what any of this means specifically, like 1-to-1, like this is a PS4, this is a whatever. But from everyone who ever plays with these expensive handheld things, they're like, yeah, no, they're pretty good, and they can basically run everything I want them to run. So seems like a doable thing in the future, perhaps. I don't know. I guess it just depends on price and all that. Because if the next gen was like, hey, again, we'll see how tariffs and all that stuff goes. But if we have handheld options that are $800, but the normal console is also $700, it's like, well, if it's going to be basically the same thing, just pay the extra $100, I guess. I don't know. I'm with you. It's like, what is the price compared to what this machine can do? But again, look at Switch 2. People don't give a shit. They're going to buy it because they can carry it around with them. And Mario, flashes his dong once in a while, so they're happy to play. So I don't know.
Wow.
Here's the other big question for me is there's all sorts of talk about the new Xbox OS, not OS, but, reskinned version of Windows to run on these things. Is this Lenovo Legion Go Gen 2 something that will be getting that new Xbox launcher that's coming on the ROG Ally? Like, is this eating the ROG Ally's lunch already before it's even out?
So I can say that they did announce a while ago that version of Windows that's made specifically for handhelds is coming to the Legion Go 2 early next year. However, it did leak already. Like, people already found that version of Windows and have been putting it on like their ROG Xbox Ally, not Xbox Ally, the ROG Ally. The naming is so fucking stupid. But the existing Asus handheld device, they've been putting it on there, and they've been seeing like substantial FPS increase with that software as opposed to the OG Windows software. Because all it does is it just strips everything out that you don't need on a handheld device. And so it just runs way, way, I guess, cleaner and more efficiently.
Now I'm
Video
interested.
games. Mario's Dick. Can you believe
I'd
it?
be more interested if Mario's Dick was available on a PlayStation platform that was available on PC. Like, if I could play PlayStation and get my PlayStation library already on a PC launcher and then put it on this with that Xbox interface. I just want a big old Frankenstein that works great and allows me to play my PlayStation games that I buy.
Yeah, I mean,
It's never going to happen.
Well,
PlayStation,
allegedly
they just don't play friendly with like cross-buy stuff.
I know.
You'd have to rebuy it. I will say,
girl can
allegedly,
dream.
you can get every Nintendo game on those handhelds. So, I'm just saying.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, very easily.
Just ask Cozy's uncle. He'll tell you exactly what you need.
He just needs to know your specs. All right, very cool stuff. Again, not a lot to talk about these handhelds. Next, we're going to move on to Playtime. Playtime's about Playtime. Chad, you've got so many letters here. I want to know all about these fucking letters.
Ooh, yeah, just following up on a couple of things. I am now, according to the PlayStation app, 30 hours into Silksong, although I don't know how much I trust that. I haven't looked at the in-game clock, but yeah, it says 30 hours. I don't know what it is about Audrey and I like syncing our cycles, but recently we've been playing the same games and like mainlining them and no-lifing them at the same time. And it's been great to like text back and forth and basically go through this whole game together. There are a couple of battles now that I've gotten to where I have, first of all, two things. There are a couple of battles I've gotten to where I've now just like, all right, I'll mark this on the map as something to come back to later because it's kicking my fucking ass. But I'm still having a great time. But the second thing is Audrey keeps, that same boss everyone was complaining about in the beginning of the game that I like somehow through the magic of completing a side quest beforehand, it just never popped for me. The second it happened again. Audrey's like, oh my God, this fucking boss. And it's like frustrating. It's like, where are you finding this thing? It feels like we're playing two different games at sometimes because she's like, oh, I ran into this thing. Oh, this fucking boss. And I'm like, I've run through there 3 times in the last 30 minutes and I've not come across this thing. So I think I've avoided that boss yet again. In fact, I might never face this boss. Who knows?
Wow. He's
or I'm
going to
just
be
so good that it was just a regular enemy and I didn't even notice.
He's going to be like literally the final boss of the game, the last thing that you complete before you achieve 100% completion. Can you believe it?
That's the one thing that I am legit a little bit worried about is like, is that the one thing that's keeping me from the platinum trophy is the fact that I haven't seen this boss yet. And I like, there's a trophy that's like, kill this boss X number of times, however many times it shows up. And I'm like, I only got to see it once. So yeah, playing more Silksong, fucking loving that game. I just love, this is one of those games that surprises me because it's a game about exploration and there's like there is an objective and a quest log and it's like marked on your map vaguely, but it's just about oh, there's an unexplored area over there, or there's a part of my map where it just stops and there's a doorway that's open that I haven't been through, and I'm just exploring just to find out what's out there. And it clicks with me so hard where like Breath of the Wild didn't for some reason, which is very, very similar, where it's like, all right, there's a whole map and there's shrines everywhere, and I can see one popping up over the mountain. I haven't gone through that one, but like for some reason this one is just like scratches every itch that a lot of those explore for the sake of exploring games don't for me.
Real quick, Chad, you mentioned, not wanting to miss any trophies as you play through this game. You're playing this on PlayStation 5, I'm assuming, correct?
PlayStation 5 Professional.
Oh, shit. Oh, wow. We got a professional in here. Are you taking it on the go on the portal ever, or are you mostly just playing it?
Oh, no. I would never try to do this game is so like Twitch based for these boss battles and stuff like that I would never attempt to do that remotely over a Wi-Fi connection.
See, that's one of those things for me where I played the original Hollow Knight on Switch because I'm like, if I really end up loving this game, I can always just come back to it again on PlayStation. And for Silksong, I was like, I mean, like, I do care much about trophies, but like getting the platinum in these games is such an arduous process. And like, I just really appreciate the convenience of being able to take a game like this on the road, which is kind of why I got it on Switch too.
So yeah, I'm playing Silksong, and my other game here is P, and this is I am giving up on Pokemon Emerald Endgame.
Oh no!
Because it's just bullshit. It's just bullshit.
Oh no! What happened?
Yeah, here's the thing. I was like, let me go grab all the legendaries that I can that are in this game, and there are a couple of like unique like methods of getting, like, I got Rayquaza first of all right off the bat. It still feels weird to say it that way, and I know that's like the way to say it that two people now in the world know, and now everyone knows. But yes, it's Rayquaza, not Rayquaza. So I got Rayquaza with a Master Ball right before the game ended, and then I beat the Elite Four, and then I was like, all right, you got the 2 box legendaries from Ruby and Sapphire, which is Kyogre and Groudon. I was like, all right, I can go get those guys, and then you got Latios and Latias, those little flying dragon fucks that are like roaming ones that are apparently a pain in the ass to get. And people say, save your Master Ball.
So hold on. So you actually did beat the Elite Four, because all the stuff you're describing is post-game stuff. Okay,
yes.
Okay. I was going to be
last week.
Okay, because when you said, "Oh, I'm giving up on the end game," I was like, "Oh no, you're not even going to beat the game." But like, I'll say right here, right now, there's a lot to do in Emerald's post game, and so like, I don't begrudge you at all for being like, "Yeah, I'm going to drop out while the going's good."
And I've decided I'm not doing any of the end game, because there's that, and then there's the Reggies, which are okay. Let me start with Kyogre. So I went to go get Kyogre, which of course you have to like go to the weather station and like talk to a rando dude at a PC, and he's like, "Hey, guess what? There's a rainstorm over," and then he gives you a route, and you go to that route. And you find a place to dive, and you go to a cave, and there's Kyogre. But like Cozy told us last week, one of the drawbacks of this game is that there's not a lot of opportunity to grind and level up from like level 45-ish to level 70, right?
Right.
And of course, these legendaries come in at level 70. And so all my shit's level 45-ish, while my Rayquaza is up there at 73. So, but the problem is not level, because yes, Kyogre just wipes everyone except for Rayquaza in one hit, but then Rayquaza is just in there taking all these hits, and the problem is that Kyogre is impossible to catch because this fucker has rest. So the way you catch Pokemon in Pokemon is you get them really low on health, you give them some kind of status condition, and you just keep throwing balls until it works, right? No, he gets super low on health, he rests. You give him a status condition, he rests and it goes away. And he just keeps on fucking doing that. And I'm like, fine, don't worry, I'll just keep getting you low on health. And then, guess what? When he runs out of the move rest, he goes to Double Edge, which hurts himself every time he uses it. So the fucker just kills himself. And if you somehow get him to survive all of his Double Edge, then he runs out of all of his moves and he just uses Struggle, which does the same thing. So after probably an hour and like 5 or 6 attempts of trying to catch this dude, just throwing balls over and over while he tries to kill himself, and I just like watch rest go up, and I was just like, I'm done. Let me go do something else. So then I'm like,
sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, so I gave up on Kyogre. He's still hanging out in that little fish hole in case I ever want to come back and talk to him again. But then I'm like, all right, let me go do the Reggies. let me go get these Regirock, Regice, and Registeel, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I'm like, I know there's like a secret thing, like you have to read the Braille and go do this thing. And so I like looked up a guide and skimmed it real quick. It was like, all right, first you need to get a Pokemon with Dig, go to this thing. And I, find the cave that you got to go into, bring a Pokemon with Dig, and then I get there and it's like, oh, not only do you have to have that, but you also have to go catch and find a Relicanth and catch a Wailord, and you have to have them at this specific spot in your party. Like one of them has to be first, one of them has to be last, and then you have to dig on this random spot in the middle of the floor and walk around in a circle and do this thing. And it's like, and then that doesn't even spawn the Pokemon. That just like opens their little shrines all over the world. And I said, nah, fuck, I'm done. I don't need to go catch a Relicanth or a Wailord.
Real quick pause, timeout. Adam, can you tell me what Relicanth looks like?
Nope.
Joel, can you tell me what Relicanth looks like? Just give any guess, any whatsoever. So Relicanth is
I'll
actually
give you a clue.
based...
He looks like a Phoebus if he got old and his fucking skin's falling off. But Phoebus does not evolve into him. Phoebus evolves into big old silky dragon penis.
So Relicanth is actually based off of the Coelacanth species of very endangered, very ancient fish that were believed to be extinct for many years, but then were discovered at some point in the, I believe, mid 20th century. So yeah, he's a big old fish dude. Go ahead.
Yeah. So gave up on those guys too. I said, I'm not going to go catch all of those motherfuckers. The Relicanth and the Wailord to go then, do Dig in the middle of a hole and do a rain dance and stuff. And I'm like, all right, what about Latios and Latias? I'll at least catch one of those guys. And I go look up that. Turns out I already made the choice without knowing it to catch the blue one, which is Latios. You beat the Elite Four and then you wake up at home and mom's like, hey, what's up? I saw a bird. Was it red or was it blue? And I don't know. I picked blue, I guess. And she's like, cool. You just made a decision about a legendary for the rest of the game that you can't reverse. I'm like, well, fuck you. And then I was like, oh, let me look that up. And it's, these things fucking roam all over the goddamn map. You got to find where they are, and then you encounter them, and they immediately flee. And then guess what? They're also level 70 and shit like that. And so, you know what? No, I'm done. I have all of those Pokemon in fucking Switch games. So, and guess what? I got a RogAlly. So I got even a stupider Reggie that you can't get in those games. So I don't need them. So I'm done. Pokemon Emerald's done. I'm ready for ZA.
So I will say right up front, I have a lot of love for Pokemon Emerald. It's my favorite Pokemon game and my favorite game of all time. I, don't disagree that Pokemon Emerald is very much a game that is lacking in a lot of the modern amenities, modern kind of quality of life features that we all love in the modern Pokemon games. And so I don't, again, no shade at you whatsoever for being like, yeah, I'm done. I already have all these legendary Pokemon in more modern games. I don't need to go through the trouble of catching them back in Pokemon Emerald where things are so much harder. All that said, did you know that there is a famous cloning exploit in Pokemon Emerald?
I did not.
You go to the Battle Frontier, which is a new island that opens up after you beat the game. You got to take a ferry to go to the Battle Frontier. It's this facility with all sorts of interesting battle stations that have all sorts of weird arcane rules. Very tough. But you go to this one little corner of the Battle Frontier, put your Pokemon in your PC box. You talk to this one woman, you make a very specific set of dialogue choices, and then you close the game and then reopen the game. And whatever Pokemon that you put in your Pokebox will be duplicated. And so you can use that to not just duplicate Pokemon, but you can also use it to duplicate whatever items you're holding. So you give your little Zigzagoon a Master Ball, and boop, you got 2 Master Balls, and so on and so forth. The Nintendo police, Nintendo police are probably going to come for me now within the next 20 minutes. So this is going to be my last episode of the show. But if you really wanted to keep at it, that's how you could have gotten over those humps of Kyogre and Groudon being a bitch to,
Well,
capture.
I already used my Master Ball on Rayquaza, but I did think about that last night as I was giving up. I was just like, man,
excuse me.
You remember the missing number glitch from the OG games? It's like, I wish there was something like that. Just give me a bunch of Master Balls and a bunch of gold nuggets or rock candies and shit, but apparently there is. All right, that's it. That's all I played this week.
Dope. Joel doesn't have headphones on. Cozy, tell me what you've been doing.
So I have been continuing to play Hollow Knight Silksong. I got stuck at a boss, but I still have a lot of opportunities to go and explore the environment around me. So there will be plenty of opportunities for me to grind a little bit before I reattempt this boss I'm stuck on. In the middle of that, I finally got down and played a little bit of Power Wash Simulator, and I think it is a very, very, very redacted game. I probably won't have 13 pages of notes this time like I did when we did our review of Clair Obscur Expedition 33, but I'm sure that it will still be a fun and lively and spirited discussion. And finally, I was like, you know what? I kind of want to play another platforming game on the Switch, but like I said, Hollow Knight Silksong's kind of kicking my ass right now. I want something that's a little bit on the easier side, but that is just as quality as a Hollow Knight game. And I was like, you know what? I never went and completed a lot of the optional stuff in Donkey Kong Bonanza. Excuse me. Sorry, I had that the entire time I was speaking there. I had to do that burp, and then the burp finally came out, and it was just completely unsatisfying. You can even hear it. And so, yeah, I went back into Donkey Kong Bonanza and took care of all of those rehearsal, like final trial challenges that the game puts in front of you that you have to deal with all the big old ancient elder Kong fellows. Real good challenge. Not so challenging, though, that it made me want to beat my head against a wall. I enjoy this game quite a bit. When we get to Game of the Year discussion time, it's going to be really interesting because I feel like all of the Game of the Year candidates that we've played so far this year have, all brought something really unique and interesting to the table. Expedition 33, for all its issues, I enjoyed a lot from a narrative standpoint. I enjoyed that it made decisions that I feel like so many other games out there are often sort of so afraid to make. Hollow Knight Silksong obviously is a really, beautiful and expertly crafted platformer, even having not seen it all the way through to the end just yet. This year's been filled with a lot of great games, but I am definitely not going to count out Donkey Kong Bonanza because this game has continued to remain just incredibly fun well into the post game. And I should note, have not played the new DLC that recently released that brings you back to Donkey Kong's island and also introduces some elements that turn it into kind of like a roguelike. I kind of want to just clean up stuff in the base game before I jump into the DLC, but that is going to be a lot of fun as well. And I will say definitely much appreciated because I remember for a long period of time, people were really hoping that we could get similar DLC for Mario Odyssey. But we never even got that. So great on them for bringing that DLC out. Yeah. Donkey Kong Bonanza, y'all. A lot of fun. Bonanza.
DK!
Oh my God.
Her voice cracks a little bit more.
I don't need to hear Josie do that.
Zebra,
here we go. I'm done.
Zebra.
Joel,
Zebra.
you have something on this list. What's on the list?
I've been playing a whole lot of Skate.
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 Yeah, this game is awesome. It's Skate. I'm trying to find just straight up gameplay, but everybody's got like their face in it. Here we go.
Yeah, I want to see whatever flying shit Matt was talking about.
So, all right. So, Skate 3 is like probably one of my favorite games of all time. I fucking loved Skate 1, 2, and 3 back in the day. The fact that we haven't had a Skate game in 15 years seems like a crime. But yeah, it's back. This new Skate game. It's Skate 4, but it's called Skate. I don't know why they decided to do that. It feels like Skate. It's like very true to form to what the old Skate games were, with a big twist. And that big twist is that this is all online, and it's free to play. And I don't quite know how I feel about all that. Like, it's fine. Like, I enjoy playing online. Like, the challenges are cool. But this game's definitely like missing a lot of what the old Skate games had, in terms of like a single player. Like the old games had like a campaign that you'd play through. It had real skateboarders that you would interact with. Like, when I say real skateboarders, I mean like in real life skateboarders, right? Like not, just all AI made up people. Yeah, so it's missing that, which is part of what I liked about Skate a lot. But what this new version of Skate did was just take like, I don't really know how to explain it. So like largely what Skate 3 has become over the years since it came out is just like an online game that people go and they try and do the most ridiculous shit ever, right? Like they will find a way to get up onto a building and find some ramp that they can take and take that ramp and go flying through the air and do some ridiculous trick. Like it's basically like doing trick shots, right? Like if you ever seen Dude Perfect where they just launch a basketball like across a football stadium and try and make it in a hoop, that's pretty much what people in Skate 3 have been doing the past 10 years, right? Like the game's been out 15 years, but for the past 10 years they've been bored because there's no new skate game. So they've just been like putting ramps down and doing crazy tricks. Go ahead.
I'm calling another quick timeout. Mass Keaton in the chat said, no one says Buffanada, boo. Mass Keaton? Buffanada. There you go. I hope you enjoy that.
Hold on. I'm just going to Google, I'm just going to YouTube search Skate 3 trick shots. And this is kind of like what Skate had become over the past 10-ish years because people were so thirsty for content, which is just like doing the most ridiculous string of tricks you can, flying all over. And what this new Skate game has done is just tried to make the game all this, more or less. Like they have ridiculous ramps everywhere that you can go off of.
You can actually just climb buildings. You don't have to do a weird thing. You can literally get off your board and climb now. Yeah.
Yeah, you can get off your board and you can just straight scale a building like you're fucking Spider-Man. Like there's no stamina bar or anything associated with it. It's like, hey, if you see those ledges that lead up to the top of that building, it means you can climb up there and we want you to climb up there.
Real dumb question. Is there a single player campaign or some semblance of the campaign in this game?
So yeah, that's kind of what I had touched on before is Skate 1, 2, and 3 did have single player campaign. This game, however, does not have a single player campaign. This game is strictly, here's an online world, big, I wouldn't even say it's that big, but here's an open world with just challenges all over it, all over the map. There's 3 different kinds of challenges, I think, 3 or 4. There's different challenges all over the map. You can go do them at any point, and every day, certain ones will refresh, right? Some will get taken out, some new ones will get put in. And that's essentially the extent of the game, right? The old Skate games had certain online game modes you could play. Those are all gone from this.
It is early access, though.
It is early access, yeah. That's worth noting. But it's also been in alpha for a year now or something like that. People have been playing this game for quite a while. Who were early access people, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, they've pretty much taken Skate and just memeified it in a way, right? Like I said, just following the trend that they saw on TikTok and stuff of people just posting ridiculous clips. And there's nothing wrong with that. I just wish that it had more of the grounded elements of the old Skates, which were to me the single player mode. But yeah, that being said, it feels just like Skate, which is impressive considering this is a completely new studio working on this game than worked on the last Skate games because the last Skate studio got shut down. I forget what their name was, but yeah, and they definitely changed the graphics a little bit from the old Skate games. The old Skate games were more realistic, I'd say. These graphics are a little more cartoony in nature. But overall, I'm having a blast with the game. It's fun to just skate around. I just wish that I had more structure to what I was doing and not just hey, go do whatever you want, right? That, and then there are set missions they want you to do, but it's more of just hey, go over here and we want to teach you how to do this. And it's well, as me, somebody who's probably played hundreds of hours in the Skate games over the years, I know how to do everything in the game, right? I know how to do flip tricks. I know how to do grab tricks. I know how to get off my board. I know how to do cavemans. It's just, I don't know. I wish I could skip it because it all just feels like one big tutorial, but it's just always there in my mission list.
So 2 things. Number 1, we got an emergency on our hands. In the chat, Manly Brian popped in and said, popping in to say I'm discontinuing my Patreon subscription because Adam isn't bald anymore. Adam, do you have anything to say for yourself?
Listen, me and Brian have talked about it in the secret Discord, and I will keep the conversation in the secret Discord.
All right. Adam has made a statement. Second thing. So So the reason earlier, Joel, getting back on track to Skate, why I asked about, the single player campaign in this game or lack thereof is something that I've been getting into recently are videos from YouTubers that are like, is it possible to beat this game without doing this main mechanic that this game is known for? Like just recently, I watched a video that was like, is it possible to beat Mario Galaxy without jumping? The answer, by the way, is it's impossible, but you can get it down to just 5 jumps. And so I'm curious, you bring up like being able to like walk and, mantle around a little bit in this skate game without having to be on your skateboard. Like, can you complete any of the challenges in this game without actually having to skateboard, or is the skateboard a requirement? Do you think you could accomplish it?
No, you have to fucking skateboard. It's a skateboarding game.
Damn,
Yeah,
it sounds like it's a pretty rigid game design. Sounds like it doesn't allow for a lot of creativity.
Yeah. What I will say about the city is like so like older skate games, they kind of took just like inspiration from real life cities and just added certain skateboarding elements to this. But this city in this game is just like all 100% like everything. It's like like one thing people say is like in the world of Pokemon, everything revolves around Pokemon. This is like in the world of San Vansterdam, everything revolves around skateboarding. Like there's a church that just has skateboard ramps all up in it. Like everywhere you go feels like a Tony Hawk level, which is kind of like Uncanny Valley in certain situations because there's just ramps and rails everywhere. Yeah, like there's like literally ramps leading like down the side of a building for you to skateboard down. It's like, well, that's not realistic at all. But
now you do got to remember the city council is entirely filled with ex skaters, and they wanted to turn the city into a skate paradise. So that's on purpose.
Yeah, I know.
Fucking excuse they make.
Yeah, but yeah, that's like that's part of what I liked about like Skate 2 and 3 is that it was more, like I said, more grounded, right? Like it felt more realistic. Whereas this is just like Matt texted the group chat, the secret Discord earlier. Hey, is this really what the skate game's all about? Because all I'm seeing on TikTok and Instagram are just videos of people flying through the air. I'm like, that's what they made this game to be, pretty much, right? Because like that's what got all the views and stuff on YouTube and TikTok. But like it can be like you can make it as grounded as you want it to be. But yeah, the physics and everything are all still there. It's awesome. It's a ton of fun to play.
Man, can you imagine? Can you imagine if more buildings from our everyday life were like skatified in the way that the church is in this game? Like, what if you went down to the DMV and it was just like skateboard ramps everywhere, and it's like, hey, you still got to wait 4 hours, but while you're waiting here, you can just skateboard around and have yourself just a merry old time. That would be great.
That'd be wonderful. Breaking your ankles all over the city. This is also the other new game that I played as well. Joel played a lot of Skate. And it's funny because my son played a lot of 3 with his friends. And again, they made the game for him. And, you're talking about people on TikTok because all they would do is load up Skate 3 in a multiplayer session and just go do stupid, ridiculous shit. And this game is exactly load up with your friends and do some crazy shit. I'm having a ton of fun with it. I like this game a lot. Again, it's early access. It's free to play. There's things that they can work out, but the base gameplay of like skating around the city is fun. Teaming up with friends is fun. So, keep working away on it and give us some more content. I think it'll be a good game. So
do you think that the McDonald's in the universe of Skate are called WcDonald's because they have to have the M be upside down so that you can skate inside the U pipes of the W?
No, because a real skater would learn how to go over it like a badass.
No, you don't. They wouldn't want to take advantage of the W. I feel like that would be over there. Pretty innovative.
Also, Jill,
if they wanted the W, they'd go to the Whataburger down the street.
That's a good. But the W in the Whataburger doesn't. It's not like it has a very awkward design. Like I feel like it would be hard to skate on that one as well.
No. You know how like sometimes McDonald's will like do a like themed restaurant like around a particular thing for one location. That's what the city council of this city made the Whataburger do. Like you're going to change the W in your sign so it's more skatable.
Yeah, absolutely. They made that happen. I also do love that Joel's pointing out here in the video of There's a whole system in Skate where you know, obviously you can get off the skateboard, but there's also a thing where you like try to like use your body as a ragdoll and hurt yourself as much as possible. So there is like this really cool like spread eagle control where you like throw your arms out and you can glide a little bit, and like it's the
yes and no. So what you're seeing here is from Skate 3.
Well, yeah, they don't
Skate
have
3,
this mode specifically.
Yeah, in this mode it was called Hollow Meat, which is what I fucking used to play this shit all the time. You just want to launch yourself and try and hurt yourself. Another thing that I think is worth bringing up is that it very much is a free-to-play game in the sense that every time you level up or do anything, it's like, hey, this next step of your quest, go to the shop and see what you got. And it's like you go to the shop and it's like, oh, you can use these credits you just got to open this loot box and get one of 12 items. And it's just like, all right, come on. I don't need you pouring this down my throat. It's also early enough in the game right now where everybody looks more or less the same. Right, like I see the same like 5 t-shirts and hoodies on everybody because like nobody wants to spend IRL money in this game. Even though maybe I did, maybe I didn't. Who knows? You'll never catch me alive.
Big spender.
Do they have a lot of options for paid content, or is like I think about like Helldivers launch
really.
where it's like, oh, you could go buy 2 different outfits that look very close to like the other 3 outfits that we already have in the game.
So you buy some Vans stuff.
Yeah, they have like a rotating shop of like stuff you can spend money on, but I haven't seen anything that like has stood out to me to where like, oh, I need to buy this, right? Like there's a Vans bundle, like Adam said, where like you get Vans shoes, but it's like specialty Vans shoes. It's like the checkerboard Vans with like flames through them. Whereas like I unlocked a pair of Vans in the game just by opening like the boxes that I got free credits for. But the money I did spend in the game was I just spent the money for like the the deluxe edition. It was like $22 or something of the game. So I was like, oh, I'll do that. Why not? I love Skate. I'll get something cool. But yeah, there hasn't been anything that stood out that's like, oh, I need to fucking swipe my card and get that right now.
This is going to sound like a joke question, but it is legitimate and relevant. Recently, the Battlefield franchise, another EA-owned franchise, had this whole big thing where they're like, yeah, we don't want to have Beavis and Butthead and Nicki Minaj and all these other licensed characters and celebrities running around in our game. We want to keep things kind of neat and proper by the standards of free-to-play multiplayer games nowadays. Do you feel like Skate, the current modern incarnation of Skate, could benefit from some of that stuff? Or do you appreciate it, being a little bit more prim and proper, not having Nicki Minaj and Beavis and Butthead running around, skating around the park?
Well, if you look at your screen right now, what I'm sharing is they literally have a Grim Reaper skin in the game that you can buy.
But that's a generic Grim Reaper. It's not like based off of like an existing IP or person. Unless a Grim Reaper actually exists, in which case I suppose it's based on a celebrity.
I don't see why they wouldn't, right? Like I said, one of the things they're lacking in this game are real life skateboarders, right? So like obviously Tony Hawk's not going to be in the game because he's got his own franchise in skateboarding game.
Right.
But like if like Eric Costin or somebody, another pro skateboard, Paul Rodriguez, want to put their skin in this game and make a bunch of money off of it, then yeah, like for sure I could see other real life people being in it. I don't know about celebrities. Maybe like I wouldn't care either way personally, because like I'm not going to notice Nicki Minaj skateboarding past me, right? I don't really pay attention to what other people are doing around me.
Did the old Skate games have any of those cameos, any of those skins?
Not skins you could play as, but like there were other like real life skateboarders in the game that you would like go get quests from, you'd interact with. Like in the old Skate game, there was like you would go and compete in the X Games, and there was a whole X Games arena with mega ramp and everything. One thing I really hope we get out of this new Skate game at some point is like just a solo session mode, right? Like this is all online, free to play. You can only play this game online. And what happens if they take the servers down? This game is just going to be lost forever. Like you're going to have to download some bunk ass torrent of this game on your PC that somebody uploaded that gets taken down every 6 months because they're getting sued just to play this game. And like that's really sad, right? Like games being lost to time like that is crazy, especially a game like this that like it doesn't need to be online, right? You could play this game by yourself. Like you don't interact with other people. You just see them. You can't run into them or anything. You just see them, and you could squad up if you wanted to do co-op sessions, but that's a whole other thing.
Yeah, I think the alternate to that is EA's like, oh, well, we can't monetize it or make it last long term. Why are we wasting money on a single player skate game that's going to, sell 500,000 copies and then no one ever plays it again? So I don't know necessarily if that would happen, but I could see them weighing that option in their head. Either way, I like this game so far. It's good. Is that it for you, Joel?
I've been playing some Borderlands. Haven't played it in a few days, but it's more Borderlands. That's my review of it. It's more Borderlands, but it's fun. I'm enjoying it.
Hanging out with the crew, very good. So yeah, I also played Skate, and then things I've already been playing. A lot of Power Wash. I just checked my time on Power Wash. Ooh, boy, that's a big number. The only other thing for me is 6-1 Indie had a showcase last week. If you want to check out a bunch of cool indie games, go check out 61indie.com for all of that. All right, moving on from that. Chad, it is time for...
Oh, hold on. I have one more. Cozy. I don't know why. I don't know why or how this started being a thing for you, but what is this?
Oh. See, when you brought up the phone holder thingamabob earlier, I thought you were going to do one of those things with that thing. Well, man, it's really interesting. See, I'm going to say that this is actually the hand of the baby from Baby's Day Out. The baby needed to grip some sort of radioactive material, and so you put on one of those gloves that allows you to
in that movie and burn a guy's balls.
Radioactive materials, and it's very bright red because they need to make sure that people understand that these gloves are used in cautionary experiments.
Incorrect. It is a Charmander Iron Man mashup, baby.
I mean, I will say, I legitimately could never have guessed that was what it was. That is very random.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right. Wait, are we going into the segment or are we going into... Okay, yeah. Segment from Adam. There you go. Oldie but a goodie.
Thank you very much. I think I'm pretty shook right now. I was looking up Baby's Day Out on Google, and it
Have you never seen Baby's Day Out?
Well, I've seen it. Yeah, but I'm just looking it up. It seems like that there was a pair of brothers who played the baby because, child labor laws.
Sure, yeah.
And that's crazy. Also, they have 4 actors listed for the Gorillaz performance. Anyways, moving on to segment from Adam. Joel, if you want to bring up
written and produced by John Hughes, known for doing 16 Candles in the Breakfast Club.
Fucking John Hughes movie, if I've ever seen it. This week, we're going to play, if Joel can share it now, video game ranking quiz. I don't know the actual name for it. That's what I'm deciding to do. So what I did is... I recently watched Jacob McCourt's video game trivia that he did at PAX West a couple weeks ago. And I'm like, okay, shout out to Jacob's a great guy. Awesome. There's a segment he does in his, which I'm just stealing because I thought it'd be fun. So this is all credit to Jacob McCourt. Joel, I don't know if you can hear me, but you should also play this game. The way this game works is I have a list of 4 games, right? And they're all related to games that are coming out this year. There's a theme to it, whatever. For the first game, I'm going to tell you its Metacritic score. Then I'm going to show you another game, and you tell me if that Metacritic score is higher or lower than the previous game. And there's 4 games per line of questioning. If you get all the way to the end, you get 4 points. If you get any of them incorrect, you lose all your points for that round immediately. So if you get 2 of them, you could be like, I'm going to stand with these 2 points because I'm not sure on this game. And then you'll keep your 2 points. Or you can risk it and try to get up to 4.
Okay, so I can abstain from ranking the last one or the last 2.
If you I'm going to say that's what I got, then you'll keep those points. You don't have to worry about it.
Cool.
Again, you can't get up to 4 points that way, but you also won't lose and get 0. So the first game, I'm sorry, Joel.
If I miss one, am I out for that whole round?
Yeah, you're done for your points go to 0 and you're done for that round. Okay. Absolutely.
Cool.
Joel, you're also playing. Did you hear the rules?
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
Okay,
I did not, but I'll figure it out
as we go.
I'm gonna lose anyway, so
don't worry about it, bud. Our first game on video game rank quiz, again, shout out to Jacob McCourt. Oh, I gotta click over here. Is Dying Light. Dying Light: The Beast just came out. people seem to have played it, enjoyed it, I guess. But I am looking at the original. I'm going to go, again, these are based off Metacritic scores, and I'm going to go for the highest score. Dying Light 1 scored us. Yes.
This is the third timeout that I've had to do this episode.
You're out of timeouts.
Okay, this is my last one. I got to make a count. Was this game's subtitle actually "Good Night, Good Luck"?
No, that's just a tagline. No, just a tagline.
Well, but it is there. It's been part of this game's box art this entire time.
Well, it was part of this picture that I pulled from the internet.
Okay, because this is straight up some Mandela effect shit. Where like I've seen
did not have a subtitle.
This game's box art a million times. I know it's not a box.
Yeah.
Is it? Okay.
Well, there's also no punctuation between night and good, so it's really good night, good luck.
I think this is like a marketing material compared to box art. But anyways, this game, the highest score it has on Metacritic is a 75. So I'm giving you that right now. Dying Light 1 is a 75 on Metacritic. Our next game is Kirby Air Ride, the GameCube game. You need to tell me, is this higher or lower than Dying Light? Everyone can tell me if it's higher or lower. Again, 75 for Dying Light. Is Kirby Air Ride higher or lower? Or you can abstain and just take the points.
Kirby Air Ride is lower. Also, I'm looking up posters on Google, and yeah, Good Night, Good Luck has been part of Dying Light 1 from the beginning. I don't know. This is straight up, I have crossed over into another dimension. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, Kirby Air Ride is
there's
lower.
a reason why none of us knew Kirby Air Ride existed until they showed us Kirby Air Riders this year, and so it was lower.
Yeah,
right,
I'm gonna guess lower as well.
Okay, everyone has said lower. Does everyone lose points or does everyone get a point? Kirby Air Ride is a 61 on Metacritic, so everyone is correct.
Suck it, Kirby.
It is a lower game. Our next game up on our list.
So we all have 1 point? Is that how that works?
Yeah, unless you get it wrong, then you go down to 0. Our next game on our list, Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Black Ops 6. What was that on Metacritic? Was that higher or lower than Kirby Air Ride?
Oh, then Kirby Air Ride, not Dying Light? Okay. Okay. Oh.
Call of Duty Black Ops 6.
I'm just writing in the points before we forget to
you don't have to because they might get erased anyways.
The highest version.
I'm going with the highest. I have the highest scores right here in front of me for every game.
Okay, cool. So
higher or lower than Kirby Air Ride 61?
Higher.
Higher.
I feel like this is a trick. I'm going to right off the bat, I'm going to separate things out. We're going to go lower.
Call of Duty Black Ops 6. The highest score is Xbox and PC at an 83. It is higher.
Oh, dick in my
Sorry,
butt.
Chad, you go to 0 and you have no points for this round. That's fine. So, boys, heads up again. Call of Duty Black Ops 6 is an 83. You need to tell me, this is the final game in this line of questioning. Ghost of Tsushima, is that higher or lower than Call of Duty Black Ops 6? If you get this right, you get 4 points. If you get it wrong, you go to 0. You can bank your 2 points that you already have and just keep your 2 points. So bank them, guess right or wrong, and your points will go based off of that.
I literally...
Bank 'em or spank 'em. That's what we're going to call it.
Oh, by the way, excuse me.
Yes.
I accidentally got the wrong thing. Excuse me. I don't have it up here. This was meant to be Ghost of Tsushima Iki Island. I'm looking for the DLC Metacritic. That's my mistake for putting in the base game thing. I'm looking for Ghost of Tsushima Iki Island DLC's Metacritic. So the Iki Island DLC, is it higher or lower than the 83 for Black Ops 6?
So, I was about to say, literally, a few hours ago, I was reading some Reddit posts that was talking about the Metacritic score of Ghost of Tsushima, and I'm 99% confident that it has literally the exact same Metacritic score as Black Ops 6. I literally think that both games are an 83 on Metacritic, but that's not what's being asked of here.
No,
so you know what?
Again, that's my mistake. It's Iki Island. I'm not looking for the base game.
I'm going to bank it. I'm going to decline from answering. Yeah.
Okay. You'll take your 2. Joel, what do you want to do? Higher or lower, or do you want to bank your points?
I just played Iki Island 2, and I'm trying to think in my head, if anything in that DLC stood out that, would separate it from the OG Ghost of Tsushima, that would make it better or worse than that. Because if Cozy thinks that the base game is probably the same as Black Ops 6. I'm gonna say lower. Fuck it. I'm going for it. I'm going lower.
The Metacritic score for Ghost of Tsushima base game on PS4 is an 83. Cozy, you're correct.
I knew it.
The director's cut on PS5 is an 87. But what I asked you for was the Iki Island DLC, which is an 84 on Metacritic.
Oh.
So it is 1 point higher than Black Ops 6. I'm sorry, Joel.
To the whole score, like me.
So Joel is at 0, Chad's at 0, Cozy has 2. We have one more round. It's still anybody's game. You can still win, no problem. Our next game up, and again, that's my fault for the bad cover art. The next game up that we're starting with is Splinter Cell Cahoose Theory. Or Chaos Theory is the correct way that you're supposed to say
it's
that.
It's pronounced Chow's Theory. It's a
Chow
spin-off
Theory.
of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Right.
Again, this is the one that I'm going to give you. Again, because they're bringing that show to Netflix. I'm like, oh, yeah, Splinter Cell. Awesome. Splinter Cell Chaos Theory is let me double check the highest one. Yes, a 94 on Metacritic.
Holy shit. Should I play these games?
It's a 20-year-old game at this point, but they were very, very good at the time. That is the highest score for Cahoose Theory. So the game that we're starting with, I need to know higher or lower. Hades 1.
Oh, shit.
Hades 1, is it higher or lower than a 94? And again, the top score for Hades 1 is the one I will be looking at.
I'm going to say that Hades 1 is slightly lower.
Chad, what are you thinking? You're making faces.
I'm going higher. I'm going to go higher, I think.
I think I'm also going to go higher.
Hades 1 has the exact same score across every platform. I mean, we're going to keep playing the game. Congratulations, Cozy. It's a 93. It is 1 point lower than Cahoose Theory.
God
I'm sorry,
damn it.
guys. You guys both lose. Cozy, we'll keep playing, but you win no matter what. So, Hades 1 and a 93 on Metacritic. Our next game, Shovel Knight. What is Shovel Knight on Metacritic? Base Shovel Knight. I don't care about fucking 18 million. There's a million versions of Shovel Knight. I'm just looking for the base version of Shovel Knight.
Are you asking if it's higher or lower than 93?
Higher or lower than the 93? Mm-hmm.
I'm going lower.
Okay.
Yeah, this is somewhere in the 80s. This is lower.
Yeah, this is in the 80s. Yeah, this is lower. Yeah.
Okay. Shovel Knight, the base game, as an 85 on Metacritic. I was a little shocked. Shovel Knight Treasure Trove, which I think is just all that and the expansions together, is a 91. So it's weird that the pack with all the shit's really, really high. But 85 is still good. I'm not going to give it shit. But 85 for Shovel Knight, just original version. And the last game, Metroid Prime 3 Corruption. How good is that on Metacritic, Cozy? Oh, by the way, I did Shovel Knight because Yacht Club's new game is coming out. Obviously, there's a new Metroid game coming out. But what is Metroid? Is that higher or lower than Shovel Knight on the old Metacritic?
It is. Here's the thing. I've not actually checked this one. If you can believe it, I actually am not fervently checking the Metacritic pages of Metroid games every waking hour of the day. So I don't know this one by heart. I'm going to say that it is higher than Shovel Knight. Not dramatically higher, but it is higher.
I'm going to say the same because I've never played it and Cozy's the only one that's played it.
I'm going to say it's lower because there has to be a reason why we didn't see a sequel for a billion years.
All right, guys. Shockingly enough, Metroid Prime 3 Corruption for the Wii is a 90 on Metacritic.
Oh, but
I'm with you, Chad. I mean, sales is probably why they didn't make a sequel for 15 years because they review well. But
Retro Studios also got caught up making those Donkey Kong
no,
games.
Cozy, people don't like the video game that you like. I think that's what it is. People don't buy the video game that you like.
It seems like they really like them. 90% on Metacritic. One of the best
I don't know.
uses
What are the sales?
of the
all
Wii
of them
motion
are below
controls.
a million copies. All of them are below 1 million copies. It's almost like people don't buy that video game.
Anyways,
congratulations, Cozy. You dominated this game. Very good job. Thank you again, Jacob McCourt. And that is my segment for the day.
And that brings us to our last segment of the day. Not Game on Game Show, but instead Cozy's questions. Not racist, we promise.
Alrighty. I have in front of me 20 brand spanking new questions. Actually, there's sort of like when you walk into a Taco Bell and they've just been keeping things under those heat lamps all day. These aren't really new. They've kind of been just smoldering under those heat lamps for a while.
Taco Bell, they're doing like decades promotion right now where they're like, flashback from the 2000s. You can get a Cool Ranch Dorito Locos Tacos now. We're back. And to your point, I was like, oh, I wonder if they're just like, all right, digging through some shelves, found some old Cool Ranch shells. Let's sell these 30-year-old things.
Hell yeah. Chad, I want you to pick a number between 1 and 7.
Oh, we're going with 2.16.
I'm going to round down to 2. Adam, I want you to pick a number between 8 and 15.
13.
You've chosen 13. Thank you for choosing a nice whole integer. And finally, Joel, pick a number between 16 and 20.
16.
16. All right.
Damn, didn't even know how high it went.
Doesn't matter.
Starting
the limit does
from
not
the
exist.
bottom. This is a very interesting. This is like almost entirely food themed, except for the last question. Question number 1. What is your favorite regional / non-regional form of pizza? I.e. pizza that isn't your standard circular New York style pie.
Before we get into this, Joel, I almost fucking stopped in the middle of the store and took my phone out and sent you, I was going to FaceTime you straight up. I saw her running in a fucking grocery store, bro. I was like, that's Joel's favorite airport pizza.
Don't get it.
Should have bought that.
Don't get it.
But it was funny that I saw it in my grocery. Here's the thing, guys. You know, we're all friends. We hang out. The first time I saw Joel in person, Joel was like, again, I've heard about his taste of the things he likes, home run pizza from the airport, yada, yada, yada. He was like, I have this great thing you're going to love. It's called Malort. It's the greatest alcohol of the time. And after probably drinking the worst tasting nail polish remover of my life, I don't think I can trust Joel's taste anymore. So I'm assuming that home run pizza is pretty bad, just like the Malort was probably the worst thing I've ever had in my life.
It's great.
It tastes like weird moldy towels. And Jarek and Audrey had a frozen pizza version of it once, and they both got sick afterwards. So
no, first of all, one of them got sick, and she said it was probably because it was around her time of the month. Completely unrelated to the pizza.
No, it's still yucky.
What was the question?
The question. Let me reread this. Let me reread this one.
That's
what
the answer.
Is your favorite regional / non-traditional form of pizza, i.e. pizza that isn't your just like standard circular, like archetypical pizza pie?
Deep dish, no? Wouldn't that count? Deep dish?
I mean, you're from Chicago. That definitely counts. Yeah.
I like a good Detroit style too. Like Jets pizza is pretty good.
That's the thing. Like I've always had Chicago deep dish style pizza has always had that kind of allure for me because it's one of those pizza styles where there are vast swaths of North America where you straight up can't get it. You can't get Chicago deep dish style pizza anywhere in Montreal. And so it is a grass is greener kind of thing where it's like, I want what I don't have. All that said, I think for me, the answer is Detroit style pizza as well. Detroit style pizza is just a real good, real greasy time. I love Detroit style.
That's nasty.
It's good.
I'll tell you what my answer probably is. I do love myself some Chicago deep dish, but there's a Brooklyn style pizza that when I worked at Domino's 1,000 years ago, we used to make. And it's just, if you order a large Brooklyn style pizza, it's just, we take the medium sized dough because yes, your dough isn't like made fresh to order. It's we have medium blobs and we have large blobs, and we just take a medium blob and stretch it out to the size of a large blob. And that's your Brooklyn style pizza. And we cut it into 6 pieces instead of 8 so that they're like foldable. So it's just good old regular pizza, but still floppy and thin. But not thin like stupid nasty ass cracker crust. Like good sloppy floppy thin.
Right.
Yeah.
Good old sloppy floppy
thin.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how good it. I like a dessert pizza. If you can get a good, like...
Sure.
Oh, you know, like a CC's cinnamon roll pizza?
Yeah,
oh,
like CC's garbage ass cinnamon pizza. Oh, it's fucking good. That or anything buffalo
CC still
chicken.
exist? Does CC still
the
exist?
best pizza value anywhere.
Yeah, they do.
Dude, I haven't been doing
Very
CC
few
since I
Probably
was in
not all
high
you can eat for
school.
only $3.99 anymore, but...
Well, not $3.99. No.
Can you still
that or
like bring
buffalo
whatever you
chicken.
want and they'll put it on a pizza? Is that still a thing?
You can ask them. You can well, I don't know if you can bring them the ingredients, but you can ask them to make special pizzas for you, and they're like, "Yeah, sure, we don't give a shit." You're like mac and cheese pizza. Who gives a fuck? It's $3. We don't fucking care.
All right, moving on to the next question. Which foods benefit the most from being spicier, and which benefit the least?
I mean,
Seafood
Mexican
benefits the
food-
most from being spicier because I don't like seafood, and I also can't do spicy things because it's nasty, and I'm a baby for spice. So the more spicy seafood is, the less I want anything to do with it. So that benefits the most.
It's not really a benefit. It's just a deterrence.
For me,
insurance is a benefit, like the Cold War.
For me, Mexican food definitely gets benefited from spiciness. Like, I love spicy stuff, and I love Mexican food, and it just amplifies it for me.
You know what's
I feel
crazy?
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Gozy. Nope, I don't care. Go ahead.
I was going to say a lot of Chinese food as well. It's nice Sichuan cooking, very good. Oh,
Don't have to be creepy about it. I do enjoy spice, but I don't actually like eating the peppers themselves. I just like the spice that the peppers bring, but I don't like when I eat a whole ass pepper. Never. That's gross to me.
I also love a good
Spice,
hot
by the way.
chip,
Everything.
like Flamin' Hot Cheetos, hot
Yeah,
fries.
I fuck with hot chips. Yeah.
Adam, can I ask you, did you come from a family where like the rest of your family would eat the peppers and you were like, ooh, not for me?
I don't know. I never paid attention. I just don't like eating peppers personally. I have no idea who else in my family does or doesn't do things. I just don't like the texture of a pepper. I like the spice, don't like eating them. That's all it is.
I had an uncle that anytime we ordered Papa John's, they were the most excited to just like eat the green,
Eat the fucking
pepper that's in the
banana
box.
pepper out
Yeah.
of there? Ugh.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Nasty.
those are good.
Oh, dude,
I like
they're the
those.
peppercini. Ooh, fuck
Yeah,
up the
But same
peppercini.
on Halloween one year, we ate Papa John's. This is the last time I think our family ever ordered Papa John's. We ate it, and he bit into one of the crust bubbles, and there was a cockroach in it. So
That's wild.
Ooh.
yeah, and then we didn't order Papa John's anymore.
I'll say we didn't
I
order
still
it for like a
like
month.
Papa
That was the stuffed crust or what?
Montreal,
That's nasty.
Montreal has a lot of Lebanese restaurants around here. There's like a bunch of like regional chains called like Amir and Bustan. Typically, their cuisine is not super spicy, but they usually serve those like pickled banana peppers, and those are always a good time. I appreciate their contribution.
What do you
to the
think
meal.
benefits the least, though? I can't think of something that like benefits the least from it. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, I'm not going to put hot sauce on a fucking pie.
So I want to preface
I
this
mean,
by
there's spicy
saying,
ice cream that you could put on top of a
okay,
pie.
so
right?
this is what I'm going to say. Like, I feel like we have all seen spicy ice cream. Perhaps we've even tasted spicy ice cream. Is that like, does there exist like a populace of ice cream enjoyers that are like, yes, I'm always going to try some spicy ice cream? Like, I feel like that stuff is like purely, just a gimmick.
I went to Salt and Straw because there's a Salt and Straw right across the street
Was
from
there
the
a
Apple
puppet
store
there?
that I got my new phone at. And was there oh no, there was no puppet there, but I did get a pup cup, which is why I was a little confused. I was like, wait, he said pup, wait. Yeah, we got pup ice cream. But yeah, their new like flavor that they were promoting was some kind of like habanero something. And my friend was like, "Ooh, can I try that?" And the lady behind the counter was like, "Oh my god, it's so good! You're gonna try it. Watch out, though; it's really spicy." And he sampled it, and he said, too spicy."
Was the tub of habanero ice cream like? Was it being picked at? Were people eating it, or was it like? See, that's the thing. Is like everyone gets excited at the prospect of like, "Ooh, we're taking spicy and sweet, and we're putting it together. We're making spicy ice cream." But like nobody actually. I feel like those types of ice creams are very rarely, if ever, consumed by most.
You know what was
people.
great though? That Salt and Straw apple cider donut ice cream in a pumpkin waffle cone, baby. Oh, that was good.
That does sound good. By the way, pumpkin spice. Everyone's like, "Oh, pumpkin spice! The pumpkin season." It's not even a pumpkin. There's not pumpkin in pumpkin spice, guys. It's just nutmeg fucking
allspice.
Yeah, it's just spicy shit. So there you go.
Tastes good though.
There you go. Make coffee's better with spice. There you go.
And we'll move on to the final question.
Hold on. The answer to your question, if there is something that benefits least from spice, it would be like milk, right? Because it literally, like it doesn't, it cancels out. So it literally doesn't benefit.
I don't know. Some white people think eggnog is spicy. So.
That's true. That's true. All right. Final question of the night. What type or combination of types would you be if you were a Pokemon?
I thought you said these were all food related.
Well, I thought they were all
Some
food
Pokemon are
related.
food Pokemon.
I thought they were all food related, but not for the last one. Now we can say, for the sake of this question, that like you're a Pokemon, but you can still like look as you normally do. Like you don't have to look like some weird animal monster. You can just look as you normally do as a human, but you're a Pokemon and you got types.
I don't know. I just know personally, as a kid, as an adult, I always liked the idea of steel types. I just thought that was the coolest fucking thing of all time. So if it was me, I'm like, I don't know, steel, psychic, steel ghost,
Steel psychic.
something.
So
Yeah,
I've
something
always liked the
purple.
idea.
Purple and steel is what I want to be.
I've always liked the idea of flying as well. So like I feel like a steel flying type could be pretty deadly, right? Fly
Carbonite,
through the
baby.
sky and just stop flying and just come
Skarmory.
crashing down. Come crashing down.
What?
I would be psychic for sure, because I feel like I'm real good at like manipulating people emotionally and mentally, and just like fucking driving them insane. Not that I have any firsthand experience with it, but yeah, psychic, I think. And then also my other type would be electric, because I have a shockingly good personality.
It's all personality based. Every bit of it.
Yeah.
I was going to go with fire, electric. Fire, because I'm doing a lot of cooking recently. I'm often in the kitchen getting hot. Electric, partially because, and this is a bit of a walk, but I was like, I ride my bike a lot, but it would feel a little bit a walk.
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 Get it?
That
Kitchen?
kind of.
Cooking? Walk? Cooking in the kitchen.
God
with
damn it,
toes.
Chad. I sneezed because you confused me. What were we talking about?
We were taking a walk.
Yeah, you're
We were taking a walk. Well, we're taking a walk to go to a bike ride because I ride my bike around a lot. And I was like, I don't feel. Here's the thing. It wouldn't be fair of me to say that I'm a part steel type because I ride my bike around a lot, because I get on a bike. I'm not part bike. And so I'm like, well, what's another type that's associated with like going fast on a bike? And I'm like, well, electricity. Electricity goes fast. And I'm also, kind of a tech dude. I got a lot of computery stuff set up around my whole workstation. So yeah, fire, electric. That's me. And that is Cozy's question corner of the week, Chad. Segment
You
is
lived
done.
up yet again. Yet another Cozy's question of the week without being racist.
Amazing.
You were really living up to the slogan there. Love it.
It was a tough bar to pass, but somehow we did it.
It was. One of these days, we'll stumble into being accidentally racist somehow. It won't be on purpose. It won't be malicious, but one of these days,
let's
we'll
move
do it.
on. Let's move on.
That's it for episode 408 of Respawn Aim Fire. Yes, no game on game show tonight. But speaking of no game on game show, also no show next week. We're going to take a week off while everyone goes to their cabin in the Poconos or wherever the fuck we are. What's the chalet? What's the name of the thing?
Me and my father, the cabin over the lake.
It wasn't the cabin. What was it? The cottage. The cottage.
The cottage is located near the town of Frelighsburg in the eastern townships of Quebec, near the northern border of Vermont.
Near the racist
Poconos
part
is
of
easier
Vermont.
to remember. So.
It's located in a real weird spot. If you went to the town of Frelighsburg, you wouldn't be able to find it. I'm telling you this right now.
Frelighsburg. Yeah, so we won't be here next week. There's a bunch of conflicts, and so just take a week. But when we will be back early October, where we will be talking about our barf games. That's backlog accomplishment with Respawn and Friends, and you have chosen Power Wash Simulator as our game for the month. Play along with us. Whatever you think about it, tell us that with your mouth, with your words, with your text, with your voice somehow. And if you want to do that while also recording at the same time synchronously with us, looking at each other's eyes in cameras, you can do that too. Let us know and we'll invite you onto the show. Next thing to talk about. This is really important. Patreon.com/RespawnAimFire, because you get to go vote on next month's game. And that going up soon, courtesy of Adam Michael Gumbert, who is going to be putting up our 4 games for selection. We have not talked about this as a group, but this is, if we go by previous year tradition, the last time you'll be able to vote for a game in 2025. Because, well, that's not a lie. That is a lie. You will still get to vote on November, December. But, this is the last, retro old-ass game that we get to play. And November, December is always Game of the Year catch-up. So, Go vote. Patreon.com/respawningfire. And also Rafter Dark. Go listen to the newest IKEA. The epic conclusion to the IKEA saga. It lives right now in Rafter Dark 8 on YouTube for patrons. If you are not a patron, fuck off. And that's it, everyone. That's our show. Until next time, here's our usual sign off. I need to know the joke in your secret Discord about bald Adam and mainly Brian rescinding his thing.
We got to know it. Adam, tell them now before the episode ends.
I'm done recording.